Welcome back to the channel. All right, I do have two new rank 3s, two new rank 4s to show you. Two of these are from Heart of Fire, and two are just recent ones that I want to show you at least a little bit of gameplay before we get into the full showcase. I know people are making their own rank up decisions and things like that right now, and maybe this will be helpful to you. You saw me pull Punisher 29, awaken him. I've been waiting to awaken him till I could take him up to rank 3. I'm going to show you a fight of just like showing off how exciting it is, what he can do with combat power rate, and how good his damage can absolutely be. I do think with the variety of PvE modes Kabam is now throwing at us, not that Punisher 29 isn't as stellar as he once was, but it's really highlighting where he is great and this style. We'll talk about it when I show the showcase, but I think the shorter form really helps him just absolutely dominate. Good in longer form too, but it's that shorter form that's really going to show off what he can dominate. Okay, you can see we're in Realm of Legends. I do have along the Captain America Infinity War synergy. This is a really good synergy for both those champions. But what it's going to do is it's going to allow Punisher 29 to start with 25% more of his battery. And when hit play, remember, this Storm has 546,000 health. Here we go here. And why is the battery important? Kind of like, what is this doing? What is this Punisher 29 all about? Well, when the battery hits 100%, it automatically goes into overdrive, okay? You can see we started with 90 because of the synergy, and then when this hits, I think that's 100, it's going to turn orange, and that's when it's going to go into overdrive. And then watch how little power Storm gets from our combat power, or our combat hits, and you can see how big we're hitting, because not only does that happen, while in overdrive, Punisher 29 gains 9,363 according to Khonshu's Ankh, which is back up, thank goodness. At 7-star rank 3, and his attacks also causes opponents to gain 90% less power. You can see how well we're doing. This is what I was talking about though. As the fights get longer, he's still great. I mean, look at how much damage we've done. Like, is anyone really complaining about this? Also, this is a very beefy armor break that's come off the special too. You can see we're now critting, what was that, for 35,000, 22, 17. That fight is absolutely over. So I don't want to make it sound at all like he's not good in longer form. Remember, that was 500 and some odd thousand health. One of my major reasons for wanting to have him and rank him up was as a Battlegrounds dual threat. His specials are brutally difficult to evade with armor penetration, things like that, block penetration. He's going to be a decent or pretty good defender. And then, of course, having that sort of power control without the Captain America Infinity War synergy, you just start off with 25% less. So you got to dance around a little bit. People use him to take out bullseyes and things like that. So this is a very exciting champion. I really do like him. And like I said, he's got that armor break, and then the battery does other things like a heal block too. He's pretty awesome. And then, you know, hopefully you saw my Heart of Fire opening, 10 of the live stream. I wanted future Ant-Man. I wanted Fury. I got future Ant-Man. As you can see, I have taken him to SIG 200. Kind of thought about that a lot, talked with a lot of the Illuminati, and then the folks on the Discord server, and then of course a lot of you all on the Discord server. You can see here that this is going to help him with incoming bleed and incinerate effects, suffering 90% duration. You can see the heal back and all these things, and then also like the massive burst of damage. He just caps it, so it kind of made him even a good counter to champions like Gallon, who's obviously now coming into the game. I did decide to put the 6 stones in here because it just opens up a lot of fights he could take. It makes him a better defensive dual threat, and even in a meta right now, like we have in Battlegrounds with this large power gain, been able to use him relatively well offensively, and then of course he's just been problematic defensively for people. He is someone I am considering to take into rank 4, and then we're going to take a look at two fights here. One of the massive burst damage that is possible with him, and then two is the absolute power control that will come along. You do need to manipulate the AI a little bit, and you need it to play ball. And there's also ways that you can play around that should the AI not play ball with you, because like obviously we all know that's going to happen. And then of course when I do the full showcase, we'll go over all of those steps too. Watch how much damage is going to do. We're going to go into our SB2. We've got up the disintegrations, and like this health bar just gets absolutely obliterated. We had plenty of damage we could have done. That's the kind of burst damage that is capable with him. You don't need to have 3 of the disintegrations up. And then let's go ahead and take a look at this. This Black Panther is just never going to throw a special. And there's a lot of ways you can do that, but one of the biggest things you need to do is one, let's talk about this actually. We're getting up his nano armor ups here. And you can do this through a variety of ways. Yes, you can intercept, but it's also from punishing the heavy. So we baited the heavy, we got one. So if you're not feeling comfortable about the intercepting, there's a whole other way to do it. And then he's got the glancing mechanic. The flow on him, the way he's put together just really works so well. Then you can see we're getting the armor ups as we go, punishing the specials. And then yes, when you get, I think it is 6 or 5, I don't recall exactly right now off the top of my head. Like I said, I'm not feeling 100%. you actually essentially infuriate the AI. It makes it easier to intercept them, which works in really well. And you can see I am using my special ones. Some of you are probably like, dude, how are you using your special ones when you're going over 2 bars of power? If you end your combo in a light, you actually throw your special one, which then it actually, drains. It power drains. I want to make sure I didn't say power steal or power whatever. Power drains the power of the defender, which is one of the ways you just keep them off of throwing a special. You constantly power drain them. You're constantly gaining more power yourself. And then you get up to a special 2 and you just throw it and do massive, massive damage. Like I said, in a full showcase, I'll show you a variety of ways to play them. That's just one specific way I wanted to show you where, like, if you just don't want the opponent ever throwing a special, you do need some AI cooperation, but there's things you can do by like ending your combos early, going immediately into your block. And when you're above 2 bars of power, but you need that power drain off the SP1, you just end your combo in a light and you actually like activate the ability to throw your special one. It's pretty amazing. And then the new rank 4s. I know I did put a single fight of Red Guardian, maybe it was 2 after the Red and Deads. I'm going to show you 2 more, just kind of highlighting what he can do. We've been so busy, we had so much going on MCoC wise, my new alliance. I've not had the time to do a full showcase on him. We will be getting that out, but I'm going to get out 2 fights on this one. Really showing off that I know that a lot of folks kind of forget he's got that refreshable slow off of his SP1, and it does not slow him down that much. And once you have it up, you've got it up. Also, I've put some more Sig Stones into him. This is kind of a nice spot on the curve. I do think I'll eventually take him to Sig 200. But as you're going to see from this, and then also I will be getting the full showcase out very soon. I've been able to jump in to do some battlegrounds lately. You're going to see the guy's critting pretty well, and when he does crit, he is critting for a absolute crap ton. All right, now you know I love me and my Red Guardian. We've been talking about Red Guardian for, I don't know, it feels like years. I don't remember when his buff is. He finally went live as a 7-star. Unfortunately, it was like as a chase trophy champion, which kind of sucks because he's so fun. But I was like, I'm going to get him, y'all. I want him. And this is literally, I've taken him to rank 4. I am starting to get into the battleground season a little bit. I'm getting some really cool fights for y'all. The showcase is going to be wild. And one of the things I want to show you is what you've seen out of me on like live streams and in the little bits of fights I've shown you is I start off fights exactly like you saw, where I actually let the defender try to break my block with a heavy, and that's going to break our shield. It's going to stun them, and let's get the trauma up. And then I'm just going to refresh it with the heavies. But here's the thing, and this is what I've talked to you about. Like, there's so much utility with this champion as well in that slow that you just refresh with your heavy. You can see we're just absolutely dominating this juggernaut, and that slow comes off the SP1. So in this fight, I did throw my SP1, okay? Look how long this took. Now, this is like a 500-some-odd-thousand, 43 seconds. This is Realm of Legends AI, so not exactly aggressive. So that fight can go even quicker. And I know some of you are like, dude, it can't go quicker. Well, here it is. No class advantage, right? This isn't a Mystic champion. This is Rhinoceros or Rhino. Science champion, so no class advantage. Another champion that goes unstoppable. And I want you to see this. So we're going to wait for him to heavy, right? This is still Realm of Legends. So think about all the time that just got wasted from that. We're going to go in, we're going to land our heavy, and now we're going to use our heavy to refresh the trauma when we can. Well, I guess I decided to go really aggressive, throw my SP1 first, and now we've got them both up. I need to land that heavy. Come on. Okay, all right, we did get it in time. I was like, wait, maybe this is even more impressive. I realized it's still really impressive though. So we've gotten both of them refreshed, and now we're just gonna work our way to our special 2. Our shield has come back. We can see we've got 6 of the charges. So if we can get a dex in, that's right. I remember trying to get a couple dexes in, which increases our damage. So we're all the way up to 8. Throw the special 2, and this guy doesn't even survive the special 2. It was a 97,000 crit. Red numbers are gonna be huge too. He doesn't even survive. We don't even have to keep going, and that's all with preventing the unstoppable because we have our slow up as well. This guy's got a ton of utility. Remember, also debuff, or I'm sorry, buff immune. So pumped up to get out the full showcase on rank 4 Red Guardian. And then the big boy, the one that I wanted, the whole reason I participated in Heart of Fire. Yeah, I did want Future Ant-Man, don't get me wrong, I think he's great. I wanted Nick Fury, 7-star Nick Fury. I cannot believe he's in the game. This is like the first of the like truly what I used to call the broken champions. I don't know if I'm gonna ever really seriously use that term anymore in this game. He is redonkulous. Used him on live stream yesterday. I'm pretty sick today, so that's why there's no face cam. But yesterday I wasn't feeling great. I could tell something was happening, but we live streamed the new Valiant Paragon Gauntlet or whatever it's called, a Valiant Gauntlet. He absolutely obliterated a MCoC, and we never even went to the second life. Watch what this guy can do in the second life. And then I need you all, let me know who you want to see the full showcase on first for these champions, and include Professor X and Hood, because I've been getting a lot going on with both of them too. Let me know who you all want to see first, and I'm excited to get out those 6 showcases. Let's take a look at Nick Fury though right now. All right, and then now rank 4 Nick Fury. I'm going to show you like 4 fights here. And I know some of you are like, dude, that's it. No, it's not. Trust me, there's a reason why the video is only so much longer. Look at the damage on these bleeds. Now, I did let Winter Soldier kill off his first mode. As I said earlier in the video, in just his first life, I took out the Valiant Gauntlet MCoC. Absolutely no problems. It was so absurdly quick. I'll put it in the showcase for Fury. But this is when he's like full on real life Nick Fury. That's why we're just staying at 30% health. We've got the Fury's Fury buff, which is absolutely massive. And then remember, when this happens, tactical charges are actually paused. So at 5 charges, Nick's attacks can't be missed. So he's just a full miss and evade counter. This isn't ability accuracy reduction or anything like that. At 10 charges, Nick's purify effects now target all debuffs, so not just non-damaging, but if someone tried to put a damaging debuff on, we just gotta knock them down. We're good to go. We're set with our Valkyrie relic. You can see the Fury it's adding there as if we actually need it. Look at these bleed damage numbers. I'm seeing 9,500 per tick, 4,000 going in there as well too, as we can just continue to bleed them up. And then I think at some point, yeah, we're not even able to finish off our special 2s. Remember, these are over 500,000 health pools down in 19, 18. I think the longest one's going to be 20 seconds here. I think it's against this, yeah, this Black Bolt, 21 seconds. And then we're gonna finish this off against none other than Big Bad Hulk. Dude, I meant it when I said I wanted Red Guardian. He's just an absolute blast. He is a Battlegrounds nuke. I'm enjoying that, but I'm gonna show you, I used him in 9.2 in questing content too with those bigger health pools. Absolutely phenomenal. And I did do the single pass against the Lotan boss, and some of it's probably just me enjoying playing him, but he was actually my favorite option for her too, because when you got her wounded, you could just do massive, 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 ridiculous damage. And then I told you I wanted Nick. This is exactly why. He's an absolute blast to play. Fantastic in Battlegrounds, fantastic in War, fantastic in questing, fantastic in short term, all the things you'd want. In future Ant-Man, what an amazing dual threat champion. Easily catapults himself into the category for one of the best tech champions in the game. And then Punisher 2099, I really got to wait until I got him awakened. I'm really looking forward to questing with him a bit more, and there's going to be certain Battlegrounds metas where he's going to be an absolute standout for me. As usual, let me know what you think we got right. Let me know what you think we got wrong. Hit up some questions and some comments in those comment sections. You know, I like to check them and continue this conversation with you all. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.